Alright, I want to say shout outs to man like Big Zuu. What's going on?
What's good, man? What's good, my bro?
I'm good, man. How you dealing with you're Muslim, right?
Muslim, yes.
how's it, bro? How do you cope with this, and as well as like working and just being creative and going through Ramadan? How's it?
You know what? It's like, obviously I'm fasting right now, so it's like, but it's cool. It's like it's doing things like this help me get through the day instead of just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Doing nothing. It's works. So doing the works keeps my mind occupied, and the more my mind's occupied, the more when it comes to time to break fast, I'm like, oh, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Instead, if I have like a dry day where I'm doing nothing, you're just sitting there, literally just grinding it, trying to like read some things, like maybe read some things about Islam or watch some because you know in Ramadan it's not always about just the eating things, about like how you control your mind. So it's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, if you're doing nothing in the day, you can't just sit there and watch like bare mad videos on YouTube about nothing. You have to like actually do some self-reflection and like actually take your time out to like better yourself in a way. So it's good when I'm doing the works. It's good, man.
Yeah. So what, have you been Muslim all your life, or?
Yeah. I was born Muslim. My dad's from Lebanon.
Oh really?
And my mum's from Sierra Leone. But in Sierra Leone, there's a lot of Muslim people.
Yeah. So Sierra Leone. And
I'm from Sierra Leone and Lebanon. Yeah, my mom's from Sierra Leone, dad's from Lebanon. Yeah.
You've been to either country?
Yeah, I've been to both.
Really?
Yeah.
You, or?
Fortunately, yeah. When I was younger, like growing up, my mum took me to Sierra Leone when I was like 9, and then I went again when I was like 11, and then Lebanon I went when I was 14. Yeah, so I was lucky. I consider myself lucky anyway to go back to my hometown, because I've met a lot of people from Sierra Leone and from West Africa, like from Nigeria, Ghana, and these places, and they haven't even gone back home, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, my families do a lot to get here, so it's, you know what I'm saying?
Because reputation of ends and locations always precede, and I know Mozart, what bus used to go with? Is it 36? What bus?
Yeah, 36.
Yeah, 36. So like,
goes from there to Victoria.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, you see the man with like, yo, Mozart, and it's like, it had a reputation.
Yeah.
I know you probably spoke about this before, but how do you, when you grow up in an estate, it's an environment that is almost enforced into you, but when you see things which aren't what, you know, the people in the suburbs see, like, how do you react to seeing something like a stabbing, a shooting or thing? How do you internalize that as a young kid?
Growing up, I guess, growing up in the area, like, well, it gave you that idea of life, what life could be. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. It gave you the idea of, this is what you could be in, this is what I could be going through. Like, there's young people in my area that decided to bang for the ends, you know what I'm saying? And then there's people that said, you know what, I'm not even gonna represent this area. So I had two sides, and it's like, me and my friends, we all lived in the area, but we all knew both sides. We knew people that was banging for the ends, and we knew people that were just normal people living in the ends. And it's like we was in the middle. We didn't bang for the ends, but we wasn't just some normal people trying to get out the ends. We was still in the ends, chilling. And it's like, but we made the decision to not be some gangbangers and just represent Mozart. But being from the area, like I said, has that reputation. It was crazy. Like, you'll get into beef just because people say where you from that day, and man like an idiot will be like, yeah, I'm from Zart. And because Zart got so much beef, you're getting involved in it, even though you've done nothing. Like, I didn't ride out on no pagans, I wasn't doing nothing like that, but man will stop you and be like, what, you're from Zart, yeah? Okay, you know what I'm trying to say? And it's like, now you're getting in an issue for something that someone else has caused. And then I feel like that's what makes it keep the cycle go, because even at points like that, I could have been like, you know what, cool. People are getting onto me for being from here, so now I am gonna bang from here, because you know what, people are onto me for being from here, but I still made that decision to be like, you know what, I want more from life, man. And it's not that the man that bang for the ends don't want more from life. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's their brotherhood, it's their friends, it's where they're from. Like, it's deeper than just, we rep a postcode, we rep the pavement. You know what I'm saying? People go through things with each other.
It's an extended family, you know?
Yeah, and that's what I feel like the problem with the area is that it gets misconstrued, and that people just want to be some super road man and just stab each other, and nah, people grow up just with their friends, just living what they go through. And if they have a problem with someone else from another area, and it's because of the area they're from, because of things that have been built up over time, it's like, you can't, sometimes, like I said, I didn't decide for man to come to me and say, are you from Zart? Like, I just said where I'm from, and then it led to a problem. So now it's like you're locked. Yeah, it's like you're locked into it, man. And but you can decide. I feel like we could all decide whether we want to stay in it or not.
Yeah.
100%.
Is the estate still up? Is it still up?
Yeah, there's like
that they were gonna knock it down.
No, Mozart still got all the estates. I didn't live in the actual Mozart estate. I lived more Ashmore side. So I lived on a road called Fernhead Road, and like this just got bare yards.
Yeah.
But it's like right in front of Ashmore. Then you got the actual Mozart estate, which is like the red bricks, and like, I don't think that's getting knocked down anytime soon. It probably will, because I mean that's what they're doing everywhere. Yeah. But the blocks are they're all connected. So to knock them down, you got to knock all of them down. It's like you're gonna have to move a lot of people, boy, out of the area. And the thing with West is like people have been in this area for years.
Yeah. And
their family's been there for years. So I don't know.
I was gonna ask you, how influential was your mother on you not getting involved in other things that was happening on the outside?
Yeah, my mum was a big part of it, man. I mean, coming from Sierra Leone, my mum, like, obviously the war happened in Sierra Leone. She was a refugee, came here to seek asylum. We got here, went through what we went through, and it's like, growing up, she always told me she just wanted me to, like, she never told me exactly what she wanted me to be, like I wanted to be a doctor or but she just wanted me to be successful. She wanted me to do something for her, to give back to her for going through the struggle that she went through to bring me up. She always reminded me, yo, remember you're here for a deeper purpose. You're not just here to just live your life and enjoy. You got a family behind you that need you. She always gave me that, not super pressure, but she was always on my back, like, I need you to do well for me. You know what I'm saying? Because of what I came from. So that in itself made me know that, listen, I can't play around. Like, I can't waste my time and be out here getting nicked and coming home battered, and you know what I'm trying to say? And it just gave me, like, it gave me that I always felt in every situation that my mum was overlooking, like, watching over me. And it's not like I just wanted to make her proud, because we all want to make our parents proud, but I wanted to do right by her, because it was just me and her.
Our mothers need this. You're like their insurance policy. It's like they will say, oh, you have to settle me. Like, before you go give it all to you have to look up, because we don't believe in like old people's home like culture.
Nah, man, we got to take care of them to the end, man.
And you want to retire them. You want them to be nice, and I think that's what everyone who's close to their mums.
Yeah, that's the dream, innit?
That's the dream. Retire, like, cool. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, I felt it.
Alright, bro.
Because I think a lot of your music is the energy you have is, you always have the energy.
Yeah.
Always energy. You always delivering music of a high level lyricism.
Thank you.
But what I looked at, like, when I heard that, I felt that song in particular kind of like was separate from the others. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
it's just different to all my material, man. That's why a lot of people loved it. Like, it stood out because on that same EP, the Big Zuu EP, I had Builders, which is like a proper grimy, flows very weighty, started like an OB's Catfish. Like, even the first bar of it is like, compared to Remember, I'm talking about remembering life, and then this one I'm talking about OB's Catfish. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like it shows the two sides to me. I do have my playful side where I'm just trying to bar, and then I have that side where it's like, man's real, fam. Man's from the ends. Like, we're all from the same. Like, even though we're not from the same ends, we're all from the same like struggle. So it's like, if I can shed some light on it and hopefully show people, listen, we're going through the same things, but we're all going to the same place. Like you said, we're all going towards that same goal. And I feel like if I can help someone reach it in a positive way, not only is that sick, but it benefits me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and man's gonna get some good karma for that. Even though it's not, I'm not doing it for that. I'm not doing good things to be like, yo, man did this, so now I deserve this. No, I'm doing it because spiritually, music is mad powerful, so powerful, and like, a lot of people in Islam say music is haram and music's not shit, is the devil and but for me, when I put out a song like that, it's like, how can you tell me my music's the devil? You know what I'm trying to say? How can you tell me my music's a bad thing? This is good for me. This is good. I'm expressing how I feel, also helping other people. Maybe someone might even be like, you know what? I remember what I went through. I remember that. Someone might hear that song and be like, I tried to suppress all the things that I went through. Well, you know what? This song is gonna make me talk about it. I'm gonna talk about what I went through. and maybe go to someone and be like, disclose that. They might even go to their girl and be like, listen, I'm in a mood where I just want to talk about what I went through, and then maybe disclose something that's going to help them move forward in life. And obviously I didn't think that deep at the time when I was writing the song, but when you hear people's like reaction to it, that's the kind of like things that come from the music. So it's like, it's sick, bro.
I'm not a Muslim, but I have a lot of Muslim friends, and I remember when I used to work back in the days, I was working in JD Sports, and I had a friend who was a Muslim, and like when he was going through his Ramadan, even the music being played in the shop, it was like he was just trying to mentally get it out, because they had the perception of like music is
it's haram. You shouldn't listen to music.
But then you've explained it, but then how do you contend with those type of like challenges? Like you're going through Ramadan, like you know there's other music that can be negative. How do you not just be such an artist that you just forget your faith? I feel like obviously there's thing about Islam is it's a religion that was made 1,500 years ago. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's from a completely different time. Obviously it's a timeless religion, but it's from a different time. So the way we perceive the religion is up to us as a person. Because somebody might take a rule from Islam and be like, this is what it means. And someone else might be like, this is what it means. So for me, it's always going to be a big like argument. People always going to say, someone's going to say, yes, music is haram because of the violin and because of the wind flutes and the wind instruments like the flute and the saxophone and trumpets and then obviously to the string instruments, to the violins and to even the piano. So it's like these things, it's like people have their ideas. People say, yo, that's haram because it has the influence of the devil. Then some people say music's haram because the time you spend listening to that music, you could spend listening to Quran or hadiths and surahs and talkings about Islam, which is completely true. I agree with that. The time that I do spend. But there's a balance to be had.
Yeah, of course.
But I think it doesn't necessarily always.
No, it depends on your view, innit? Someone's gonna, there's certain man that are gonna be like, yeah, we should never listen to music, you should only listen to Quran. And then there's certain man that is like, you know what? We enjoy music, we enjoy our time, we enjoy what we listen to. So as long as you have a balance, like you're saying, as long as you do listen to some Quran, you might be able to listen to some music as well. But then, like, I take myself for example, like, I'm getting into praying now, but I could recite a whole album to you, but I couldn't remember the prayer. Yeah. So that is like, it's like, where do I weigh up my options? But at the same time, it's like, it's the society that I'm in. It's where I'm from, who I am, like, and it's only God to judge me at the end of the day. So if I think my music is positive and I think my music is helping people, if somebody can come and say to me, you know what, your music is haram, blah blah blah, but it's between me and God, man. It's up to him. If God tells me, if when I die, God goes to me, yo, listen, no matter all that positive stuff he was trying to say, brother, music is haram, so it's all sins, then I have to hold that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I feel like in my heart, my intention is pure. Yes, I do music to help my family and have fun and enjoy, and not all my songs are just straight positive. Like some songs I'm saying I'm gonna do this to man, and I'll do this to man, and I'll punch man up, and my boy's doing this and but it's because I'm reflecting on where I've come from. I'm not glorifying it.
Yeah. I think on a positive, did you used to be a youth worker?
Yeah. So I did youth work in university. Okay. And I used to work in a school called Haggerston. I'd worked for some company called City Year, but it was like voluntary work. So we weren't getting paid mad dough, but we worked in schools, and then I left that, and because I left college, I was like, what am I gonna do, man? I flopped my A levels, bro. Like, I didn't do amazing. I did all right, but I didn't do amazing. It's like, and I was looking at all these uni courses. I was like, nothing really connects to me. Like, what am I gonna do? The only thing really I wanted to do was like sociology or something, because I always cared about like people studies, like people science. I didn't really care about actual science, and I didn't want to do maths or economics or history or geography. Nothing really stood out to me. So one time I was talking to my brother, one of the brothers in college, like one of the people that, like the career guidance people, and they were like to me, listen, there's this program called City Year. You work in a school, you help young people. I was like, you know what? I've always been good when it comes to talking to young people, so let me check that out. Did the City Year. Was in there for about 6 months. Next day, mad meeting, assistant head comes, listen, we think you're too cool with the youths. and it comes down to a systematic thing. Like, I was genuinely helping the kids in there. Like, the people could connect to me. I was 18 at the time. And like, I was just starting out in music. Like, we just did a black box. So the youths all saw my black box. They was like, yo, like, you're doing this music thing, but you're actually, you're working in a company that's actually trying to help us. So
they can believe the connection now.
Yeah, so when I was talking to them, youths were disclosing information to man, where I'm not saying, yo, I'm not gonna go tell the teacher this. I am gonna go tell the teacher, because it's my job, I have to disclose it. But they were more comfortable in telling me, yo, this is what's going on. So then when I'm going to the teacher and we're taking it to the next level, they're not feeling like they're gonna get like victimized or dealt with in a way where they're gonna get in trouble now, because, and it's like, I had that impact on the youths, and then obviously the school didn't really like that. It wasn't part of their agenda, which is life. I mean, that's how it goes, but I did enough to go to my uni and be like, listen, I did this is what happened, this is why it happened. So I went to Goldsmiths, they had a youth work course.
Right?
Yeah, in New Cross. And obviously Goldsmiths is a banging uni, so it was sick. Like, this youth work course, you didn't need to have mad A-levels, mad UCAS points, but it was all about your experience. And because I went through that, they were like, cool, you can do this course. So got accepted into uni, I was gassed. I'm like, yo, man's actually going uni. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I didn't do the best in grades, but I almost gassed that. She come from Sierra Leone. We grew up in the ends, like, man's going to a uni of London. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so like even the qualification is a high level if I was to get it. So I did my first year. Sick, like we learnt about the proper core, like, beliefs of youth work, how youth work started, what youth work does. Then we did like projects, working with young people, blah, blah, blah. Got to my second year, the music just took over, man. Like, I was doing music all that time, but by the time I got to my second year, I just chose, am I gonna get a qualification and be a youth worker, or am I gonna do youth work through my music? So I had to decide. And I chose the music, but I made sure, when I chose the music, I said to myself, listen, let me not forget this life, because this is the real life. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a youth worker. So am I gonna be a musician and forget about that youth work thing? I can't, because then I'm forgetting my core values. So when I went into music, I was like, I'm always gonna remember, I wanna be a youth worker, I wanted to be a youth worker, I always wanna be a youth worker. So let me do some positive things through my music. And yeah, yeah, thank you.
And I guess rounding up, because I don't want you to miss any of your meeting with Rashid.
No, it's cool.
BBC, bro. Tour, end of the year, coming to the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
You got a tour. Tell us quickly about that, and also what we can expect during the summer and future.
Okay,
tours.
So the tours are basically locked in, kind of across the UK. I don't think we're gonna do like 100 dates, but we'll do a couple places. Obviously, I've done shows all over the UK already. I've supported AJ on tour, and I've done my own shows from Cornwall up to Glasgow. Do you know what I'm saying? So hopefully the tour will probably have at least Birmingham, Manchester. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At least try to get a couple other cities in there, because the fan base is big. My fan base is growing every day, and it's mad. Like we was talking before about the KSI song, and it's like that really propelled me into a different light. Like, my fan base like proper grew, because he gave me a chance to do. So his fight was like the biggest white collar boxing fight of all time, and my song with him is the walkout music. So like our song, so I got a song that's the walkout music to the biggest white collar fight in the history. Like it's history, and like we did that, made history. And it helped me, man, because I had the platform to like show everyone what I'm on. Like, yo, I got lyrics, I got bars. Did that, and then things have been moving since then. Like, I've just signed up with management, working with management. That's why we're in this lovely studio now. Big up Gem Group. Like, before that, I was doing everything independent. So got a new single coming, third single coming out after. Everything's got more structure now. I've locked in my tour in Australia. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because they're booking grime artists out there, man, because they got a big grime scene out there. They love the scene out there. I mean, we're not talking like I'm doing an arena tour, but it's like a couple local clubs and bars, whatever, but it's locked in. Tickets came through today, actually. So like, looking at the tickets, like, because I did South by Southwest and that was with PRS. So PRS do a international showcase fund, and I applied for it. I got it. So went to Texas, and it's like I'm going to Australia, and it's like looking at the tickets. It's like, bro, like I dropped out of uni to pursue music and things like this. Like when I go to my mum, like just connecting it all. When I go to my mum and show her these things, she's like super proud because she's like, when I did drop out of uni to do music, she was upset, boy. She's like, I didn't go through all of this for you to go uni and drop out to just go spit some bars, like to go do radio. Do you know what I'm saying? But when I'm going to America and I'm going to Australia, things that people just want to go to just to travel, I'm actually getting to do that while I make money from it, while I perform my music out there. So it's like, there's so many benefits from it. And it's like, got the tour coming, and then got the headline show in London, October.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'm looking to drop the next tape. And the next tape, I think the next tape's gonna be crazy, bro. And I've not had a lot of chance to talk about it. Like, I've not done a lot of like interviews about it, but if I was gonna say something about this next tape, what it's gonna show is, like, I know I got bars. You know what I'm saying? I know I got bars. I know that I hear the quality of everyone else's music, and people aren't super lyrical nowadays. It's all about the sound. Like, things are about the sound. Like, if you compare Lil Pump and J. Cole, it's like, that's the two sides of music. Like, you got that lyrical side, and then you got that side where it's about having a good time and the sound. And it's like, I'm trying to get that middle where I can bring you lyrics, but I can also bring you a good sound, a good vibe. Because I don't think we have to settle. I don't think we just have to make sound music where it's just about vibes, or we just have to make lyrical music where I'm telling you how to live your life and what's wrong and what's good and bad. I feel like we can get a connection where I can give you some meaning, but also make you have a good time. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Do you know what, bro? When I listen to your music, I'm like, I think what you, because grime, I think grime as a sound is all we need you to just like spray.
Yeah.
Just spray. When I'm listening, I was thinking like, I swear my man can sing, because I'm hearing bits, and I'm like, if he wanted to
that's what I tried to do, man.
Because I can hear it, but it's like, had it.
Yeah. I've tried to, like, obviously I can hold a little note, you know what I'm saying? I'm all right at singing, and it's like, even though I got this big raspy voice and like greasy sound, I still know how to sing, because I love music. It's from growing up, listening to music, learning music, just copying, like singing a Michael Jackson song over and over again, trying to sing it as sick as MJ. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then growing up in that, obviously I grew up, like I'm 22, like born in the 90s, but listening to music in the 2000s, it was very like that R&B sound, was like that Chris, Usher sound, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had that, growing up with that music influence. And then obviously the rap, then the grime. So it's like, I've grown up with all this music, and it's like, I'm a grime MC, but I want to be able to bring that through my music, that I do like singing and I do like holding a little note. So that last song I put out, B.I.G., the chorus is fully singing. Like, I can't spit that chorus, because if I spit it, it's gonna be like, I've been out here. It don't make sense. All my other songs, I can spit the chorus. This song is the first song where the chorus, I have to sing it from my belly. And it's like, it showed people, a lot of people came back to me like, right, you can sing, you know? I'm like, yeah. Been singing in the back of certain songs and done choruses on that song and did this and did this, but like I said, the next tape, more musical, more singing, more spitting. And I think I'm just gonna show people, yo, you can't put grime in a box, man. You can put any genre in any box. People can say UK drill is just straight dipping, man, and it's not musical, but then there's people who think, yo, this is a musical genre. People are so like groundbreaking with the words they say and the words they create. So it's the same with every genre. So I feel like with grime, we need to push it to a part where, yeah, man's gonna spray a cold 16, but I'm also gonna sing on some angel thing. You know what I'm saying? In the chorus. And that's the only way we're gonna push our sound forward, is if we try new things, like, because it's like, I look at people in America, people like Kanye and that, who try to push their genre to different places, and it's like, at first you're gonna get ridiculed. Like, I mean, if we take away all the rubbish that he's doing, we look at him as just a musician. Like, you look at his transition from tape to tape, he's pushed the boundaries. He's done different techniques in his producing, different techniques in his delivery with the song, all of that. Like, that's what we need to do as artists. We need to be able to push our sound forward.